Welcome to Mart's garage. Hello. I'm kind of 90% done with the driver's seat, and I've been looking at the passenger seat. And rightly or wrongly, what I've decided is that I want the pivot point in line with this joint here and 3.5 inches above it. And I've got these bolt holes to bolt down to. So as the base of my mount, I'm going to use a piece of angle like that. Right. So that's going to sit like that, and I'm going to have two end pieces that weld on. I was going to use like a piece of angle like that, but I thought, no, that's just going to look completely crap. So, judging by where these holes are, I'm going to sit that like that, and that's going to be 20 millimeters back from the edge. What I now want is a piece of metal with a hole that's 3.5 inches up and 20 mil forward from there. And I've made a jig, and I'll show you how it works. This is the actual piece I'm going to use here. Again, this is salvaged. This is salvaged from when they dismantled the old-fashioned garage next door. And what I've done, I've clamped that piece of angle on, and that hole is 3.5 inches up and 20 mil out from that face. So that's where I want my pivot point. So what I've got is I've got this piece of metal. Now, funnily enough, this was also salvaged from when they dismantled the garage next door. So so if you can imagine that like that, and that will be like that, and I'm going to put a bolt through that hole there. I've just drilled a 6 mil bolt to give me the position, so I'll just do that. So now I can line that up against there, and I can scribe onto that the shape that I want and cut it out. Okay, this is the second one. I've made the first one, so hang on, I'll take it off and I'll put the other one on. So there you can see the shape of the intended piece. A handy tip, if you want like a nice radius, put a washer on the part that you're doing, and you can draw around the washer and it gives you a nice constant radius. So that's the shape of the piece, like I say, and that hole is 20 millimeters forward of the face and 3.5 inches up. Yes, I work in all sorts of dimensions. So I'm going to be able to weld it there and there. I think I might weld it on the outside actually, so it's kind of hidden. V it out and weld it. I might do that. So what I've got to do now is trace this onto there and give me another one for the other end. And this piece is cut to the right length, so that when these are welded on the ends, they will fit in the brackets on the seat. Okay, so that's the idea, and I think that this will look better than what I sort of was thinking of yesterday, which was just to use this and this. I tried looking at bits of tube and stuff, but I think this will work, and if I hate it I can just do it again. But for now it's something that will get the seat bolted in. Yeah, I think that looks okay actually. I quite like this shape. You have to have this shape cut away here so that the seat can flip forward. Yeah, okay. Obviously this hole is smaller than it needs to be, so I need to drill that out bigger. Okay, right, catch you later. Just welded that first side. tried to do it in like continuous beads. I'm not a big fan of that stack of dimes look. Not too bad. I drilled out the holes a bit bigger and cleaned up the angle line as well. So, okay, I think that's all right. I've got to fix this end up and weld that on as well now. Just a hint, but when I'm welding this angle, I'm going to come from this side this way. So I'm starting where it hasn't got the extra metal there. You'd get like a cold weld if you started there and went that way. So I'm starting here on the thin part, coming that way. Got the welder on full blast for this. I'm just going to check that that's 90 degrees and then I'll weld it. Hello. Right, there's the passenger seat in place with the manu bracket. There you can see the bracket there. It's not a bad looking shape, to be honest. Looks okay to me. You know, a little bit better than just some pieces of angle, isn't it? I've only clamped it in place, but there you can see kind of how it looks. I just wanted to put it in place just to get an idea. I need to drill the holes a little bit bigger to fit the proper size bolts, which I believe are 3/8. So there's a pair of seats, that'll get the car going. This appears to be a bit loose there. Might have to do a bit of work there, but the idea is that that folds forward, which allows you to get into the back, but it also goes further forward as well, like that. It'd stop before it gets there because it'll probably hit the handbrake or something, but that's the idea, and it goes forward there like that and just about misses the kick panel. I haven't bolted this, but I can locate those holes now, and I might make them oversized so that there's some adjustment, and then put a washer on and clamp it down. So that's a good day's work there. See, there's some repair needed there. Look, I need to put a plate on there. I could just put a plate on the whole thing, couldn't I? Because that looks a bit damaged there. Okay. Might need to take the trim off and, you know, do a little bit of rework. But I think they are, in effect, a pair of lightweight, I'm not going to say bucket seats, but, you know, they are single seats, aren't they? But I think that'll be ideal for getting through into the back, or putting things in the back. I'm thinking of not actually having a back seat. I'm thinking of just putting like a flat cargo deck. Just an idea in my mind, like a carpeted flat deck. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, righto. That's jolly good actually. Quite a bit of work in those brackets, to be honest. But the idea is there. And I could kind of possibly maybe put a bit of shape into this. You know, just to kind of make it look a little bit less angle iron-y. Or drill some holes in it or something. Okay, right. Enough faffing. Great, isn't it, when, you know, you bolt something on and it works. I'll show you what it looks like when it's bolted in and clamped in and painted. But for now, you take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello. This is the little frame that I've made to surround the battery and then provide a pivot for the seat. And what I need to do, I need to weld up that where it's joined there, and I need to put a screw like that in there and one in there to just locate it. But what I'm going to do is cut off this end. Hello, Meg. Hello, babe. It's very interesting, is it? Good girl. Oh, having a stretch. Oh, you mad dog. Just realised the camera's making her eyes, you know, reflect. But I'm going to sneak this across as far as I can here, and just, it'll be kind of asymmetrical, but it's hidden all under the seat anyway. But the rear part of the seat has to rest here somewhere, so I don't want it clashing with this. So I'm going to go and saw that off and then weld another piece on. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. I've cut that piece off, flipped it round, and I'm just preparing to weld it back on. Just kind of jigged it up lightly there. Okay, I'll bring it back when I've welded it. Quite pleased with those welds. Little weld there. Like I say, I'm trying to run beads. I don't subscribe to this stack of dimes range. That's not very good there, but I had to kind of do a lot of filling in, so that's going to all have to be ground off. Okay, righto, that's that little bit that I started off with there. So, grindy, I got my earplugs in to protect my ears, so I might be talking a bit funny. Sounds a bit funny in my head. Okay, back in a bit. Hello, right, both seats are in. Both seats are in. This bracket is bolted through there. Looks alright, I think. Looks nice. I like it. So that's that side. Oops. That's that side like that. That's okay, I think. That folds up like that. You know, it looks okay from here. Obviously I'll change the bolts. You know, the pivot bolts. Okay. This side is in again. The battery's in place down there, you can't even see it. Now, this seat will fold forward. It'll fold forward like this, which allows you to get to the battery. I'm going to grind a couple of welds there, but I changed that bracket round at the end there. Oops. I changed that there, and now the seat can go further forward than it was, if need be. That's all the way forward now. That's all the way forward now. It probably won't ever go that far forward. So let me see if I can just pull it back. Yeah, that's it. Okay, right. Hopefully that's it now. I just need to take care of the locking device. I found what I think I'm going to use. Hang on, I'll go and get it. This is what I think I'm going to use. I don't quite know how I'm going to use it yet. I need to look at it and work out what I need to do to make it work in this application. Needs a bit of straightening out. Okay, well there you go. Yep, I don't quite know how I'm going to do it, but that's what I'm going to use. And that's a job for another day. Well, later today probably. Okay, pair of seats fitted. And that's just looking along both sets of hinges there. You know, when everything's painted up, it'll look okay, I think. Plus it's an area you don't really see anyway. Righto, okay, another good little session there, mini session. Okay, you take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello. I have spent hours and hours on this seat. Down there, look, you can see a mechanism, and that's a mechanism I've salvaged, and I've kind of put it round backwards, but it does work. The only thing it's lacking is a spring, which I'll have to kind of improvise. I'll have to think about a spring. So I'll just show you how it works, because I really need two hands to do it. You see, I welded that big bracket sticking up. That bracket's sticking up with a pin on it. And that's the actual pin that was used on the original mechanism, so it's correct for that thing. That's all the way forward at the moment, so this lifts. Then you can just move the seat like that. So that's one click back. 2 clicks. Oh. Oh, and that's all the way, look, I went all the way then. Okay, no. So there's like a, so it's got 5 adjustments. That's second all the way back. And that's all the way back. The whole thing isn't bolted down properly at the moment. So it'll be a bit firmer than that. But I think that's okay. I was just thinking to myself though that, you know, there's a big difference between just getting something and bolting it on. You know, let's say you've got an original part and you just clean it up, paint it and bolt it on. There's a big difference between that and kind of scratch building. You know, when you're making things and everything has to work, it takes a hell of a long time. Okay, right. As I'm talking, I'm kind of thinking of a way to put a spring on there. Righto. Okay, good. I think that works okay. Okay, so a pair of seats in place so the car will be drivable. Kind of rough and ready, old-fashioned, and you know, kind of in keeping with the car really. Okay, thanks very much then. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello, right, I'm back on this job again. Put a little spring down there, look, on the bracket. But what else I did, I moved the pivot point to a point further down below than where the bolt is. Put a new pivot point there. The other thing I've done is drilled and tapped 2 holes and put 2 little Allen bolts in there. That locates the seat pivot bar side to side. So I have just tried it and it does adjust okay. And I've kind of set it up so that my comfortable position is on that middle peg there on the adjuster. There's a slight twisting moment there that you have to kind of overcome that before you can lift it. but you know, hey, when you're scratch building, everything is a prototype, isn't it? So you can't really, you don't know how it's going to work until you try it. But having the seat adjustable is one of those things, basically, for me, who I'll be driving this, you know, 99 times out of 100, once it's set in one position, that'll be it. Okay, right. I've spent a very long time doing that because it's kind of scratch building. I mean, that little pin there is a long thin Allen bolt with the head turned down, and there's another one there sticking in the other way. All these things take time. I think I need to stop messing about with that seat now and move on to something else. Unfortunately, that something else is probably going to be the front floorboard. But that is a job, not necessarily for another day, but you know, it's a separate job, maybe for another video. So now that I've done those, I suppose I ought to just take them out, put the seats out the way, and give myself some more room so I can get in there to have a look at those floorboards. Okay, right, with regards to the seats, then that's it for now. If you've been following along, thank you very much for joining me in the garage. You take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye then.